Let's stop the performance. Right now, look at your life behind the screen. Look at the invisible war you are fighting inside your own skull every single night. While you lie awake at 3 a.m., exhausting your mental energy rehearsing a conversation that happened 3 days ago, or checking your phone for the 10th time, hoping someone noticed your existence, the audience you are performing for isn't even looking. They are blind to your struggle. They are completely consumed by their own fears, editing their own fake realities, and trying to survive their own private hells. We live in a world diseased by the anxiety of being unseen. We have been conditioned to believe that to be forgotten is to die. So, we shrink our truths. We wear masks that don't fit, and we bleed our peace of mind dry all to manage the perceptions of people who will not even remember what we wore last Tuesday. But over 2,000 years ago, in the brutal depths of ancient history, the greatest minds of Stoic philosophy discovered a radical, earth-shattering paradox. A truth so powerful that it acts as a surgical blade to modern anxiety. They realized that the moment you truly understand that nobody is watching, you do not become weak. You become dangerous. You do not become numb. You become sovereign. The art of being forgotten. This is not a manual for isolation. This is an elite psychological reckoning. This is the moment you stop auditioning for a crowd that isn't paying attention and claim your ultimate weapon, radical emotional detachment. But to weaponize this philosophy, we must first dismantle the modern traps that have quietly stolen your sovereignty. To defeat the anxiety of judgment, you must first recognize where you are leaking your power. Most people are not trapped by reality. They are trapped by 4 modern illusions that consume their potential. The first illusion is the digital panopticon. We live attached to glass screens, constantly measuring our self-worth by numbers, metrics, and artificial notifications. Every time you edit your thoughts or filter your reality to fit a digital feed, you are committing a quiet act of self-betrayal. You hand your peace of mind to a system designed to keep you anxious, chasing the phantom validation of strangers who do not care about your existence. The second illusion is the corporate martyr complex. In our pursuit of status, we confuse slavery with obligation. We become infinitely available, refusing to draw firm boundaries because we dread the discomfort of being disliked. You exhaust your energy serving systems and networks that view you as a replaceable asset, all because you fear the silent judgment of the room if you choose to stand your ground. The third illusion is the choice of inauthentic acceptance. This is the invisible tax of people-pleasing. You carry yourself through relationships wearing a carefully curated mask, adjusting your tone and suppressing your beliefs to maintain peace. The tragedy is that the warmth you receive is directed entirely at the character you are playing, not at you. You end up surrounded by applause, while remaining completely alone inside. The fourth illusion is misplaced sensitivity. Feeling deeply is a human strength, but you are bleeding this profound emotional energy dry on things that do not deserve it. A critical comment from an unqualified observer, a casual glance from a stranger, or the changing moods of people around you become anchors that drag you down. You leave yourself entirely depleted for the internal work, the values, and the mission that actually matter. By understanding these traps, you see the massive cost of your performance. You have been giving away your sovereignty to an audience that is not even paying attention. Now, it is time to withdraw your energy and weaponize the philosophy of detachment. To break free from these modern illusions, you must adopt the elite mental armor of the ancient world. These are not comforting theories. They are practical, sharp tools designed to reclaim your internal sovereignty. The first weapon is the reclamation of your hegemonicon, the ruling faculty of your mind. In the court of the Roman Emperor Nero, the philosopher Seneca faced his own execution order with absolute, unwavering calm. He did not scramble to defend his choices to people who had already condemned him. He simply withdrew into his rational center. Your inner mind is the only true sovereign authority over your life. When you stop handing the crowd a microphone inside your own head, their raised eyebrows and casual judgments lose all power to disturb you. The second weapon is radical transparency through the lens of amor fati, the absolute love and acceptance of reality. The philosopher Epictetus taught that you must accept the hard truth that some people are simply not psychologically equipped to see your value. Stop attempting to force recognition from those who cannot give it. The moment you fully accept that their validation is never coming, and realize that you never needed it in the first place, the cage door swings wide open. The third weapon is the architecture of the inner citadel. Marcus Aurelius did not build his resilience while running an empire. He forged it as a daily practice in his war tent, returning to his core values before the world could demand his attention. You build your fortress in the quiet moments before the storm arrives. Every morning, decide who you are according to your own principles, not who the world wants you to be. When your self-worth is structured internally, no external critique can breach the walls. The fourth weapon is surgical triage. Seneca famously observed that we suffer far more in imagination than in reality. The mental anguish you experience over what people might be thinking is almost always worse than the actual judgment itself. You must ruthlessly filter your emotional investments. When a provocation or critique arrives, pause, look at it clinically, and ask if it is within your control. If it is not, cut it away completely and without guilt. When you weaponize these four tools, a profound shift occurs. The desperate need to be understood evaporates. You finally realize that you are not responsible for being compressed into something small enough to fit inside someone else's limited understanding. You are responsible for being you, clearly, fully, and without apology. The crowd has always been a poor judge of greatness. History remembers the individuals who stood like granite walls while the winds of public opinion shifted around them. When you step off the stage and stop auditioning for an audience that isn't paying attention, you don't lose your power, you find it. The anxiety of judgment cannot survive in the presence of a truly detached mind. You can be at peace even when you are misunderstood. You can stand tall even when you are underestimated. Because your true value lives inside your own chest, not in their perception of you. Nobody cares about you the way you fear they do. They are too busy fighting their own silent wars. And once that heavy truth fully lands in your chest, you are free. You were always free. Go live like it. Subscribe to Silent Power Psychology for more deep mindset shifts, psychology, and motivational content. Turn your silence into your greatest strength.